Everyone talks about Santorini like it's a dream. The blue domes, the sunsets, the magic. But is it really worth the hype? I spent 5 days exploring the island to find out. So keep watching so you can make up your own mind. I stayed 5 nights in Santorini in mid-October, which is off-season, but still sunny. I based myself in Fira because it's central and perfect for getting around. My total spend came to around £500 for accommodation, food, flights and activities. And here is how it went. I started with the Santorini Wine Museum, a hidden gem that takes you through the island's wine history before ending with a tasting. I spent €25 for 4 wine tasting, and it really was an education. It was so relaxed and there were other people there. I actually turned up early and they were very accommodating. Then came the Caldera views. You can't visit Santorini and not spend time just soaking in the landscape. Fira has plenty of affordable cafes, bakeries and other eateries where you can enjoy the views without spending lots of money. For something more luxurious, I booked a sunset catamaran cruise. This was about €80 and it was absolutely worth it. The views from the water were breathtaking and dinner was included, which was a barbecue, and you had a selection of meats, vegetarian options, and there was also local wine on tap. It was really a beautiful experience. Do wrap up at sundown though, because it did get very cool. I also had dinner in Imerovigli. This was a beautiful town and it was very quiet and elegant, and I had a view over the caldera at a sunset. The food was okay, but the views were breathtaking. I wanted to see the historical side of Santorini, so I visited Akrotiri, the ancient Minoan ruins. This was about €12 entry and it was totally worth it. I took the bus from Fira to Akrotiri and I spent about an hour and a half looking at the ruins and listening to the history and the culture. I also went to Pyrgos, which is another highlight and a very much a hidden gem in Santorini. It gives you the blue dome feel of Oia, but it is a local village with narrow alleys, beautiful churches and the most peaceful sunset spots. There are loads of places that you can grab a bite to eat for snacks or just to have a chill on the caldera. Now, Santorini isn't well known for its beaches. There are volcanic black sandy beaches around, and locals really told me that Perissa was the better of the two beaches between Perissa and Kamari. So I went to both. Perissa was lovely. Unfortunately, on my beach day it was raining, so I couldn't take in the full experience of being on the beach with the volcanic black sand and the beach bars and eateries along a promenade. It really did look beautiful, and on a much more sunnier day I would say Perissa would probably be my favorite. Kamari I went to in the evening and it was a very different vibe, very much younger vibe, with bars along the promenade facing the sea and lots of villas and places to stay around the beach at Kamari. So it had a very much more of a party nightlife vibe. Of course, I can't leave Santorini without seeing Oia. Whenever you hear of Santorini, the classic blue domes and the picturesque perfect white alleys and whitewashed walls is what you will envisage Santorini to be. I did a short photo shoot of some of the sites. It was quite busy as Oia is probably the most famous of the towns in Santorini. I had took some photos and there were some key spots that you can find without the crowds. In the hot sun as well, it can be punishing and it's a lot of walking around, lots of shops and things to see. It was very chaotic and very busy, so I would advise getting there either early in the morning or later in the evening and avoid the midday sun and rush. Santorini can be expensive or affordable depending on your budget. My biggest cost was probably the accommodation, which was around 250 euros. And the meals, on average, I had gyros most evening, which was about 6 to 10 euros. And of course, my dinner, I think my dinner was about 50 euros that I had my nice dinner, and that was really nice. Local buses were very cost effective for getting around, and that's what I use mostly to get around Santorini, and that's about 2 euros to 2.50 euro per trip. The luxury activities like the catamaran definitely pushed up the budget, but you can balance that with having on the foot exploring days and walking around, which Santorini is quite walkable once you get to the different towns to see the sights. So, is Santorini worth the hype? Honestly, in my view, absolutely yes. It depends on what you're looking for though. If you want breathtaking views, great food, picture postcard perfect scenery, definitely Santorini delivers on all of these. But if you are looking for sandy beaches and maybe nightlife, again, I was there in low season. It's probably not the place. There are probably other Greek islands that would have a better offer for that. If you also are an outdoors lover and you like to walk or hike, there were loads of hiking trails or walking trails that you can find around the island if you are more the active traveler. For me, it was a perfect solo escape. Equal parts of relaxing and inspiring and beautiful views. I absolutely loved it. If you found this helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more Greece and Santorini vlogs. Next up, I'll be sharing some highlights of the different towns such as Oia and Pyrgos, so you can make up your mind as the best places to stay and the things to do around Santorini.